Greetings and namaste, divine infinite light beings. This is why, I was divinely guided to bring this message. Ashe, Spirit is saying, you gotta watch who you trust. Ashe, I'm gonna just put it like that. You gotta watch who you trust when it comes to your physical being and what you put into your physical being, what you allow people to put into your physical being. Being that they say that they know best and they have authority to diagnose you with this and diagnose you with that. Ashe, I'm going to start off with the Nora plant. Ashe, I allowed them to put the Nora plant into my system. Ashe, and as I allowed them to put the Nora plant into my system, it was something that was not supposed to be there. It was some poisonous chemical. Ashe, it was something that broke down my whole being. Ashe, because it was not supposed to be there. And when I say that, watch your body, Ashe, especially you divine feminists, Ashe, especially if you decide that you still want children, Ashe, like Spirit said before in the previous message, if you want to prevent children, do it as being abstinence or using a condom or something of that nature. Ashe, don't allow anyone to put anything into your body, Ashe, because the design is to make you sterile. The design is to tear your body down, and they know what they're doing. Ashe, as they put this Nora plant into my body, it stripped my immune system, causing me to develop lupus. You understand? I wasn't born with lupus. The Nora plant caused me to develop lupus. And as I developed lupus, they bombarded me with a bunch of other chemicals, Ashe, that further broke my body down. Ashe, took my hair, caused me to have bald spots. They took my teeth. The medicine tore my teeth to complete shreds. Weakened my immune system to where I was stripped and put in a wheelchair. Gave me neuropathy. You understand me? Fibromyalgia. You understand me? With all these medicines that cause these things. Ashe, nerve damage and this and that and that and this, right? I was totally fine until, I allowed them to place that chemical within inside my body, and my body rejected it, and from there I went downhill, right? And let me say too, if Spirit allows you to, a miracle of a seed being planted in you, you accept that miracle, you accept that seed. Ashe, you just can't trust any and everybody when it comes to your being. You have to be mindful of what your first mind is telling you, Ashe. You can't always trust these doctors because they're not always telling you the truth. Ashe, I tell you, a year ago, the gynecologist tried to take my uterus. And as they tried to take my uterus, I told them no, that's not something that I want for me. You understand? I know it's not something I want for me, right? And I went and got a second opinion. And the second opinion said there was nothing wrong with your uterus. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure you get those second opinions. Ashe, I wish I would have got a second opinion when it came to that Nora plant, because my whole life would be different. But I'm not, it happened for a reason, right? It happened so I can sit here and tell you what happened. I'm a living witness, Ashe. I'm an example for spirit. Ashe, confirmation. But I'm saying this because, you know, the medicines aren't always proper. The medicines aren't always the right thing to do. Ashe, it's a change of life is what you got to do, right? A change of intake and food, what you listen to, what you eat, what you drink, what you watch. It's a whole system of intake and change. Ashe, is what spirit wants you to realize. Ashe, not just to accept this medicine and think that this medicine is going to be the end all be all. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's what I did when, you know, I was confused when these people were throwing these medicines at me, Ashe, and I was steady pumping them into my system, and they were steady breaking down my system, Ashe, completely. Ashe, completely is what it did. Like I said, it took my hair, you know, I was going to the dermatologist to get help with, you know, alopecia that stem from the lupus of wearing, you know, so it caused alopecia. And when I went in to get help for my alopecia, they started injecting me in my skull with these shots that were supposed to help the so-called lupus, Ashe, in my head, Ashe, which all it did was damage me, Ashe. It deadened my follicles. It did a lot of damage to me, Ashe. And before, you know, she convinced me, oh, if you take these shots, everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be fine. You're going to feel better. You know, this is to help, you know. And I took the shots for over a year in my skull, getting these shots in my skull, Ashe. I took these shots for over a year, and they weren't helping me. They were damaging me even further, right? They fucked me up bad, right? And now it's something I have to live with. And, you know, all she could say was, oh, that's the side effect. You know, it was a 50-50 chance. Either it worked or it didn't work. But since it didn't work, it came along with side effects. Well, why the fuck you didn't explain before you started injecting me with these shots what was the outcome of these shots? I would have never agreed to the shots if you would have further explained to me. But see, I went in desperately, Ashe, desperately believing that this person knew exactly what they were doing and they were going to be able to help me. You know, they get you when you're desperate. They get you when you really seeking some kind of help. You understand what I'm saying? And they know they're not out to help you. You understand what I'm saying? All they are out to do is fill their pockets with money. You understand what I'm saying? Even when I was getting the injections in my back to help me walk for years. But all it did was make my bones weak. It took away my cartilage. You understand? From getting these shots that I felt like I trust these doctors, and these doctors knew what, you know, they were doing. Yeah, the shots would make me take away the pain for 3 months, help me to walk a little better for 3 months. But internally, they were damaging the inside of my body, right? Till I had to realize this myself and completely stopped the shots, right? Just like I completely stopped the shots within my head. I told them no more. After, I seen the damage that was done, I didn't want to further more damage. You understand? So I told them no more. You can't do it to me anymore, right? The lies that they tell, they make you believe when they're truly understanding that what you are is a guinea pig. What you are is an experiment to them. And what you are is a cash cow to them. Ashe. I'm a living witness. Ashe. And so, you can't always trust them. Spirit has guided me here to tell you this in this moment. You can't always trust them. If I didn't trust them and I would have got, a second opinion, the damage to my head probably wouldn't have been done. I probably still have my own teeth. You understand? I probably would not have the scar on my face. You understand what I'm saying? When they used to pump me with this lupus medicine, they used to tell me that I was allergic to the sun, and I believed them. You understand what I'm saying? But it wasn't me being allergic to the sun. How the fuck am I allergic to the sun when I've been living on this planet for so many years in the sun? No, it wasn't me being allergic to the sun. It was the medicine that they were giving me that was allergic to the sun. And so as I was taking the medicine, I was not supposed to be in the sun. But they told me it was me being allergic to the sun. The lies they tell. The lies they tell because they want to experiment. The lies they tell because they want the money. You understand what I'm saying? And, I'm here in this message because of Brownie. A lot of people said, he looks fine, he looks fine, he looks fine. But the medicine that he was taking was killing him on the inside, like the medicine that I was taking was killing me on the inside. Not knowing, you understand? Not understanding in the moment what was going on. So that's what led me to this message. Because we got to watch what we intake, what we believe from these people that call themselves to be, have more knowledge, have more authority. They're really just experimenting. You got to understand. They tell you that you're going to be healed from one thing and it damages another thing. Or it doesn't even heal the one thing. It makes the one thing even more worse. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm grateful for the experiences, because I'm here to be able to tell another about my experience. You understand what I'm saying? To help another, maybe get a second opinion or have a different thought before they accept what these people just throw at you and say, this is what you need, this is what you got to take, this is what it is. Sometimes it's not, it ain't what it is. Ashe. And so, excuse me, I'm emotional because it is Brownie's last day and because of what I've been through, what we've been through. Just like Baby was
cat baby was here for 20 years before Brownie in my life, right? And Brownie came into my life after baby demise. And baby's demise came from the doctors pumping my little fur baby with all kind of medicine that was killing him, and I didn't know until he was dead. You understand what I'm saying? He went in fine one day, you know, for something minor, and the doctors kept giving him these medicines to where it eventually just killed him. You know, they said he had cancer, but the medicines that they gave him, he had a horrible, horrible, horrible death. He died at home, and it was horrible. I had to really just talk to this fur baby and tell him it's okay to leave me. It's okay. I understand how much pain and suffering that he was going through. You understand? And I understood that he had to go. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to leave my side. And he's still here on my side because he died right here in this room. So his spirit is very much here. But I wish I would not have pumped him with all those medicines. You understand, that the doctor claimed he needed. You understand, he would have lived, or he wouldn't have had such a horrible death. He would have, you know, it wouldn't have been so bad. You know, and that's why I go back to Brownie, you know. If I would have got a second opinion and just not pumped him with all these medicines that they claim he needed. But see, in our desperateness, we get desperate and we want the help so bad. We don't want to suffer, or we don't want to see our loves suffer, you know. They were my loves. They were part of my family. You know, baby was my family. Brownie is my family. And so all I wanted to do was help. That's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was help myself. You understand what I'm saying? But they lie so genuinely, so honestly, so connivingly. You understand what I'm saying? Understand, and understand what Spirit is saying. You know? I don't regret my life and how I'm living today, because I am very much strong in my being, more stronger than I've ever been. I have to say, and I have to give much gratitude for that. I'm just emotional right now, so excuse that. You know, it's my right, you know. But I am divinely guided here to let you know, sometimes you just can't trust everybody. I don't care what kind of credentials they have, what they say they know. Ashe, they sign oaths to lie to you. They sign oaths to do this to you and to do that to you. You better understand, and you better know, they're not all in the up and up because they have these credentials. They have these the power to say, I'm the doctor and this is what it is. If I would have let that doctor, because that doctor that told me that he wanted my uterus, and he wanted to schedule the surgery right then and there. And I told him, no, this happened last December. We coming up on December again. I told him no. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to get a second opinion. Because he wanted to schedule that surgery right then and there. I went and got a second opinion. They told me wasn't nothing wrong with me. So if I would have laid on that table to get that surgery, what would he have been doing to me? You understand? You have the right to say no. And I learned that the hard way. The hard way. And I learned that about Brownie too. The hard way. You understand? A lot of people say he looked good, but he smells like death. And he's been dying for a long time inside. And we've been taking him back and forth to this doctor, and they've been draining the fuck out of my pockets for 3 years to the same doctor. Not doing anything but giving him shots, pumping him with medicine that was not doing anything besides, I know, baby, you feel me crying. This thunder come rubbing on me. Like, please, you all right? Please. It's thunder. I know, baby. You know, but filling baby with these shots, you know, giving them this prednisone, you know, tramadol, all these different medicines, antibiotics, and every time he went, that's what they would, you know, it was like a regimen of shit every 6 months. And I'm thinking he's getting better, and he's not. They're killing his insides. His insides are gone. Somebody said he looks like he's walking fine. His paws are exploded. He only walking because he had to use the bathroom. But other than that, he just lays around and he just be still because his paws are exploded. Like they don't even look like paws. You know, his body is bloated. That's not his size. You know, he's bleeding on the inside out through his ear. You understand? I forgot what she said it was called. But when you take off the cone, and then he had to wear the cone, because if the cone wasn't on, he scratched himself to death. It's been many times we rushed him back to that hospital, back to that doctor's office, where he has damn near took off his whole skull, like the meat, the hair, the everything, several times. So we decided the best thing to keep him safe would be in the cone. And this has been going on since COVID. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was something in the air that they pumped in the air, because a lot of dogs experienced this when COVID came. I don't know what they put in the air. You know, the same way they put it in the air for us. They did it to the dogs. You know, it was all planned. It was a agenda. It was premeditated. You gotta understand. But yeah, and so the medicine is on. It's not always in the up and up. You understand? These people, me taking my brown bear back and forth, trying to get him help, you know, because he would have this ear infection. And when I took him in on the other day, you know, as soon as the doctor flipped his ear back, she knew what was going on. We didn't know because the other doctors never told us, but I made an appointment at the doctor that I took him to, right? thinking that I was making the appointment at the doctor that I normally take him to. And it turned out to be the wrong doctor. And so I said, I'm going to just keep him at this doctor because the initial visit is cheaper than the one that I normally take him to. And it was all for a reason anyways, because if I would have took him back to his normal doctor, the doctor that he's been seeing for 3 years, they would have just pumped him with the medicine and sent him home, knowing that, he's dying internally, he's suffering bad. Every time he moves, he cry. Like if you touch him, he cry. When he shake his head, he cry. It's just a lot of internal pain, right? So Spirit said, take him to, a previous doctor. And that's what I did. And this previous doctor, didn't tell me no lies. Didn't try to pump him with, she even told me when, we can't treat that. It's untreatable. We could try to do this or try to do that, but it's still, there's nothing left to do. The best thing for him would be to lay him to rest. You understand? And for, the love that I have for him, that's what I decided to do, because it's unbearable looking at him in pain. And, it gets like that with our loved ones. We try to get them so much help, so much this, so much that, I could go back to my grandmother, how fast she decreased because of all the medicines that they were giving her for cancer. It just ate her away. You know what I'm saying? It ate her up alive. You understand what I'm saying? The same way it did to Brownie. The same way they were doing to me. But I stopped because I realized what was being done. I'm a living witness. You understand what I'm saying? Understand and overstand. And so this doctor, even though I knew 3 weeks ago, I told my children that, Brownie is giving me the same signs as Baby was when Baby was transitioning, running into walls, just delirious and delusional, right? So I told my children this, this is what's going to take place. And I knew within my heart, Spirit was telling me this is the confirmation. And so that's why it didn't shock me when I took him in on Wednesday, I believe it was today. Yeah, Wednesday. It didn't shock me. But it hurt me. I'm hurt, but I wasn't shocked. Because I already knew what was going on. And the cause of it was because of the medicines. And when I went into the doctor's office, I was like, I told her, just give him his shot. Just give him his prednisone. Just make him feel better. She's like, you can't just give him prednisone without taking his blood and seeing what is truly wrong. What's going on with this organ? What's going on with that organ? You have good doctors and you have money-hungry doctors. It's two. It's a category of two. You got some that truly care, and then you got some that just want your money. You understand? So Spirit sent me to someone that truly cared. You understand what I'm saying? And so she's like, no, I can't just give you because I just wanted him to be better. You know, I want the smell to go away. I want him to, because the last days he's just been lame. But, you know, before that he was bumping and, you know, into walls and dazed and confused. But the last days he's not really been eating. He's barely drinking water. He's just in a lot of pain. He's just laying around, you know. And that's not good, you know. So when we got there, she said, you can't, it's not going to do anything for him. I can't treat his ear, you know. What you want is not going to do anything for him. The shot is not, you know, because they would give him at the other doctor's office, shots to help him itch, to help him stop itching. And then when they give him the shot, we would be able to take the cone off for a month or two. But then the shot would wear off and we would have to put the cone back on. You know, this fur baby, my brownie, has been living in a cone for 3 years. That's not normal. We can't even take the cone off. I can't even tell you how many cones I have bought within this 3 years. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. And so I'm glad that, you know, I got a good doctor to let me know, you know, it is what it is today. You know, that's why I'm sitting here in this moment, because I say you can't trust everybody, especially when it comes to you or your loved ones. You have to get second opinions. You have to follow your first mind. You have to listen to the guidance of spirit. You have to. You can't just always trust what people tell you, because people just want your money. It's basically what it is. You know, it's basically what it is. And if I had not had got those Nor plants, you know, and it was because I was young. It was because I had just had 2 children, being young and, you know, trying to not have more. You understand? I had babies back to back, and I was just trying to, you know, be responsible. But that wasn't the way to be responsible. The way to be responsible was just to be abstinence and not to, you know, engage at that moment. I'll say that would have been more responsible than having that Nor plant put into my arm. Remember, I told you somebody I know just had a Nor plant and had to remove it because they were almost dying. You understand? And then when she went in to get it removed, all the doctor could say was, oh, it just didn't agree with you. It agrees with some people and it don't agree with others. What the fuck? Everybody that I know that had a Nor plant had to get it removed because it damn near killed them. You understand? This Nor plant stripped me of my immune system, weakened me bad. You know, because that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to kill you slowly, you know, believe it or not. You know, all these medicines, you know, we're just experiments. We're just guinea pigs. And so this is why I'm sitting here. So someone doesn't have to be an experiment. Someone doesn't have to be a guinea pig or someone's loved one or someone's fur baby. You understand what I'm saying? It was a hard decision, but it wasn't a hard decision because I know what Brownie lives with. And to try to save him would be selfish of me. To try to keep pumping him with these medicines that he refused to take. Because, oh, it was a fight. We just couldn't give him medicine because he knew it wasn't helping him. So it was a fight when it came to give him his medicine. You know, or days being skipped because he just refused to take it. You understand what I'm saying? Because he knew that it wasn't helping him in the inside. But he couldn't tell me. that it wasn't helping him. And the doctors that I took him to wasn't telling me that it wasn't helping him. They were just, give me the money. She got money. She gonna be willing to do anything to save her dog. Confirmation. Confirmation. 1 second. Grand Rising. Cleveland will be on the bus today. Cleante will be back on Monday. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye. So anyways, and Cleante, that's my youngest. Y'all seen us sing happy birthday to him. My youngest with autism. Brownie is his, that's his, you know, we share Brownie. You know, that's his road. You know what I mean? Well, everybody, Brownie is everybody's dog. You know what I'm saying? We love the shit out of him. Brownie left me last night to go be with Cleante, and I had to accept that. You understand? You know, so Cleante's, we all going to take him in today. But, where was I? Yeah, Brownie couldn't tell me that the medicine wasn't helping. And me trying to love on Brownie, confirmation, trying to love on Brownie was just trying to make sure he got this medicine. I didn't care how much I had to pay or what I had to pay. I just wanted him better. You know, he'd get better for 2 or 3 weeks, and then here it is again. Or he'd be better for 2 or 3 months, and here it is again, you know. So that's why Spirit said, no, don't take him to that doctor. That's why it was the mix-up of me taking him back to a previous doctor where I should have kept him at in the first place. But, you know, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, so it wasn't a hard decision. I mean, he looks fine, but he's not fine. You know, even one of the kids asked my son, my oldest son, you know, have y'all ever thought about putting him down because he's in so much pain? And my son just told me that the other day. So, you know, that was a sign from Spirit, but I just found that out the other day. You know, he just told me. He said, you know, somebody said, one of his friends said, why, you know, we should just put him down because he's in so much pain. Even the kids notice, you know. So I'm here because I don't want you to think, I don't want anyone to think that I'm just killing my fur baby. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm giving him peace is what I'm doing. We're giving him peace. My son asked me the other day, he came in here bawling, like face mad swole, like I never seen him cry so hard. He asked me, why did we have to do it on Friday? Can't we just keep him a little bit longer? And I told him we can't. Because that would be selfish of us to hold on to him when we know that he is suffering so bad. He could barely breathe within the cone because he's not getting any circulation, any air. You know what I'm saying? He's struggling so hard to breathe because his insides, he's bleeding from the inside out through his ear. And you could, I mean, as soon as you hit the door of wherever he is, the whole house smells like death. He could walk and leave the trail, and you could just smell the trail of death. So this is why I made this video. This is why I was guided to make this video, because, you know, when you look at his other videos, you might say, oh, nothing's wrong. He doesn't look wrong, you know. So that's why Spirit said go into detail within this video. You understand? And it hurts. It hurts to see somebody suffer so bad. Or I say somebody because he's like, you know, I don't look at him as, you know, people look at dogs as dogs. I don't look at him as a dog. You know what I'm saying? I look at him as my friend, my family. So I say somebody. But y'all know what I'm referring to. My fur baby. You know, so that's why I brought him home. Because everybody needed to say bye. Grandkids, all that, you know. He came into my life at a dire time. He came into my life after I had just lost my husband. And then after losing baby, I lost my husband. And then I lost my fur baby. And then Brownie, I was blessed. I was gifted with Brownie to take him off the streets. See, I didn't get Brownie from a baby. I took Brownie off the streets and rescued him. And when I rescued him, I did not know how old he was or any of that. You know, Brownie's blind. He can't see. He can get around because we take him in the same areas he's used to. So he can sniff himself around, but he's truly blind. He can't see. You know, and I don't know if the medicine was doing that because, you know, the lupus medicine took my eyesight. You know, I was perfectly 20/20 vision before they started giving me this medicine for lupus. And then they didn't tell me until years later that, oh, this shit that we giving you for lupus, it takes your eyesight. Because I'm like, why do I have to see the doctor, the optometrist? But so, you know, why do I have to see them so often? And he said, you're taking lupus and you could go blind. I mean, you're taking this medicine for lupus and you can go blind. Well, why the fuck are you giving me this medicine if you know that I could go blind? So I'm thinking now, like, is the medicine that we were giving Brownie, did that make him go blind? Because he wasn't blind. I just thought about that in the moment, you know? This world is fucked up. And the people in it are fucked up when they have nothing but greed on their minds. This is my true life story, and I'm sharing it with you. I have perfect 20/20 vision. And now I don't, because I trusted these people. You understand? But yeah, back to Brownie. And so, you know, he may look fine. And that's because we love him. That's because we loved him. We love him. And we try to do everything to make him fine. You know? But there's nothing else we could do. And I told my son that there's nothing else we could do. And everybody had to come to the understanding you know. Because I was telling my daughter, this is what came about 3 weeks ago or a month ago. You know, I was telling them, you know, go put them, you know, on and I was serious too. Because this is why, let me tell you why. I told her, go put him on the list at the shelter, you know, so he could be adopted, because I know there's somebody out there that has the income that can take care of him better than I can take care of him, right? That will be able to afford to get his help, right? And she's like, no, he's old and they're just going to put him down, right? So I said, okay, you know, because this is how bad I wanted him to be helped, because I know that, you know, I just, you know, the means are not mine, right? They've been draining me for 3 years now. And I seen no help come about. So I'm like, you know, maybe there's someone else that can help him better than I can help him. And that was my thought. You know, maybe I'm not doing good enough, and whoever gets him next can do better than me, right? But it wasn't meant to be that way, you know. So here we are 3 weeks later, and the same thing has to be done. He has to be put down, you know. But only me putting him down, he'll be able to come home and sit on the altar next to baby. You know, if I would have took him to the shelter, we wouldn't know nothing about anything, right? Because me not knowing that he was dying slowly, they would have got him and they would have known, and they would have just automatically put him down. You know, they wouldn't have tried to let someone else adopt him. So it was meant for, you know, the way it was meant for it to go the way it's going, right? But yeah, sometimes you gotta, you know, do what's not selfish and what's best for the person you love, right? And maybe somebody needs this message, because you need to hear this. Maybe you're holding on to someone or something that needs to be at peace. You understand? And you have to be at peace with it too. The decision that you have to make, you know, because of the detrimental illness that these doctors brought upon your loved one. You understand? Because my family had to be at peace with letting my grandmother go, you know, after the doctors and the medicines ate her alive, quickly diminished so quickly because of these medicines, because of that radiation, because of all that bullshit they was taking her precious body through. You understand? So we got to pay attention. We got to be more aware and alert. And we got to start taking better care of ourselves and of the people that we love, to prevent things like this from happening. You understand? But I just, divinely guided here, because when I woke up and I seen the comments, it's like, I don't want anybody to believe that I'm just killing my dog, because I'm not. I don't want anybody to believe that I'm just throwing him away, because I'm not. I'm doing what's best for him in this day, so he could be at peace. You know, Spirit guided me there to let me know this is what needed to be done. But also, too, I said it 3 weeks ago, because I felt that this is what was happening, and only because of by the doctor's hand. Not nothing natural. It was because of what the doctors did. I say, just like what happened to me, it's because of what the doctors did to me. You understand? Understand and overstand. And so, yeah, just divinely guided message to be more alert and make sure you get no second opinions, those third opinions. You know, just like I told you about my mother, you know, when I asked her, because Spirit told me to ask her, did you get a second opinion? And then that second opinion came right before that surgery and said, no, she can't have this surgery because it would have been her demise. But the doctor that wanted to do the surgery was looking for that cash payment. You understand? So make sure you get these second opinions, these third opinions. Make sure you're following your first mind. And going with what you feel in your heart. You understand? These birth controls, all that stuff, they're to make you sterile. As they also, too, fuck your organs up on the inside, because these chemicals, because that's what they are, these chemicals are really not supposed to be within us. That's why it's so many herbal, natural ways. The historic way, you know. Am I saying it right? If I am, I don't care. If I'm not, I don't care. But you know what I mean. You know, the natural way to be healed. But back in the day, there was no chemical medicines. People healed people with herbs. And they don't want you to know that you could be healed with herbs. You could heal yourself by just changing the regimen of how you live. You understand? So Spirit wants you to know that in this moment. But I'm gonna get up out of this message. I just was divinely guided to bring this message, because when I woke up and I seen that, I was like, oh my God, people think I'm killing my dog, and I'm not. I don't want anyone to think that I would never just get rid of a healthy being. I say, because he is a being. I would never do that, you know. Brownie means so much to me. And when he's gone, I won't have a friend. I won't have anyone to talk to. I won't have anyone to hug on and listen to me rant and rave the way he did. I won't have anyone to protect me the way he did. But I'm okay with that, because he will be at peace. But anyways, I'm sending out peace, loving, healing energy to you all as I send it to myself, as I give it to myself. Love and abundance on this high. What is today? Look, my thought is gone. What is today? It's my favorite day of the day, and I can't even think of what today is. Happy High Frequency Love Friday. That's what today is. So I'm sending everybody out love as I give it to myself. Ashe.